Hey, my incredible tribe, welcome to my weekly energy forecast. I'm Sarah Louise, and I'm bringing you my intuitive insights for this up and coming week, starting on June the 14th. So, seriously, tribe, just take a breath. Yeah. That eclipse season was massive, and it really gave us some huge opportunities to do some really deep soul work. Some real human work as well on our behaviours and beliefs and the stories that we tell ourselves. And as I say a lot of the time, we can always do this work. We can do this every day. But in this beautiful cosmic environment that we're living in, there's times when, that environment is really supporting us in different ways. And I feel like eclipse seasons come up to kind of really shake us. Shake us up and help us to have a look at, help us to kind of get more in the kind of now of our reality. So I feel like as humans, quite a lot of the time we live in fantasy, we live in our past, and we get these incredible times where we can really kind of bring our awareness into the present, out of stories, out of lies that we may tell ourselves, and kind of see things for as they are. Not of how we've got this fantasy of how it kind of is, but reality of how things are. So this kind of eclipse season comes and it shakes up our world, shakes up our ideals, shakes up our opinions, shakes up our stories, and kind of resets us, and in that eclipse season we had a couple of super moons and some real hectic alignments. So I believe that everybody on the planet had the opportunity, the chance to really have a look at some stuff. And hopefully when we have a look at that and we become more aware maybe of some programs that we're running or some old beliefs or some reality of the world around us, we can make changes. Remember, change comes, first step is awareness. Aware that there possibly needs to be a change or that something isn't aligned with who we are now. Maybe we're living in fantasy, and bringing ourselves back, bringing ourselves not back, but bringing ourselves into the now. And I feel like that's a huge cycle with where we've just been. And, this is the first week out of that energy. And it's time to kind of just stop, press pause. This week, press pause. Time to look after yourself, nourish yourself, and nourish your mind, your body, and your soul. Yes, wholesome foods, but also, nourish your mind. Come off social media a little bit, turn off the devices a bit. Meditate, breathe, spend some time in nature. You may, over this last period of time, become aware of maybe the lovers and the haters in your life, fantasies that you might have been playing out of, the roles of people in your life, or whether people have your back or not, or, you may have kind of been put on direction with, work, And this week it's about kind of, yes, we've processed a lot of that stuff now. We're very much in reality right now and actuality, because those stories and those fantasies have kind of all crumbled a little bit. The energy is and the air is very clear at the moment. So there's a lot of clarity around. And I don't want you to make wrong or right of any of it. Maybe you've kind of had some relationships that you've kind of come to a new understanding or realizations of who people are and who they kind of pretended they were, and and people show you who they are by their behavior. So and now it's not living in a fantasy of, it's just reality, and that's okay. And there's, hopefully through this eclipse season we've processed a lot of emotions of, the whys and the ifs and now we're just in the what if, as is, just is, is what it is, no emotional attachment, just is what it is. And we're starting to see a lot clearer, and as I say, living with clarity is so much nicer, isn't it? even if things aren't as you kind of would have dreamed them to be or loved them to be. At least from clarity you can really step forward. So whatever's come up for you in this last few weeks, trust the process. You may have realised that you've kind of been pushing yourself to, work limits, and you've had to kind of step back and go, okay, maybe I'm not superwoman or superman, and I need to just look after myself more, value myself more, value my time. It's going to have showed up in so many different ways, whatever came up for you this week. It's about just, being, just sitting in what is. Yeah, just sit there. Yeah, look after yourself. My advice as well from this new cycle, because obviously we ended that eclipse season on a new moon and the solar eclipse, is to live with intention. So your homework is to eat, sleep, speak, listen, breathe with intention. Yeah, conscious, intentional living. That's your homework this week. So have a beautiful, restful week. Know that the alignments aren't super crazy, so you kind of got a breather this week to nurture yourself, look after yourself. So please do that. Yeah, you're an incredible being, so look after that. So have an amazing week. I'm off away on holidays for a week, middle of this week. So I'm really going with this energy and just nurturing me. And I ask that you do the same. Lots of love. Have a beautiful week.